The journey to your best self is not a sprint, but a marathon, demanding patience, consistency, and a positive mindset. Achieving your best self requires unwavering dedication and the courage to push yourself beyond comfort zones. It's about embracing changes as opportunities for growth, knowing that each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. You have to celebrate every milestone, and you have to learn from the setbacks because the setbacks are stepping stones to your success. You're about to meet two individuals who believe in your potential to push your limits and to help you transform into the extraordinary individual you are meant to be. Meet Laura Shumaker, co-owner of CrossFit Inspire, and veteran Marty Kinney, founder and president of The Weekly Fight. Shots from the Winchester Podcast presents Shots on the Go, brought to you by Greencastle Consulting, your nation's premier strategy execution firm. On this season of Shots on the Go, we're exploring veteran-owned and operated businesses who are vendors at the upcoming annual Vetfest put on by Greencastle Consulting in Malvern, Pennsylvania in September. Vetfest highlights some of the area's most outstanding veteran-owned and operated businesses. I got a chance to go right down the street from Greencastle Consulting in Malvern, PA, to talk with Laura and veteran Marty Kinney, founder and president of The Weekly Fight.
We just want to be accessible to anyone who wants to take advantage of improving their life through fitness. It's not just fitness, though, it's also community. There are days when you just can't get to that gym, the model at other places, you're kind of by yourself. We want people to come in to hang out with their community. And on those days when you just don't feel like working, you come in to see the people that are here to support you. And once you're here, usually we have a really good peer pressure model here, we'll say, where people will just, why don't you move? You don't want to do that mile run. Let's do a couple quarter miles or jump on a rower. And usually more often than not, you'll end up moving to some degree, and you'll always leave feeling better than when you walked in.
That's amazing. And then you mentioned The Weekly Fight.
Yes, so we're a veteran community. We provide free workouts to veterans, first responders, and their family members. CrossFit Inspire is one of our partners. We have 10 others across the Eastern Seaboard. And our goal is primarily to provide a haven for veterans and people like-minded to come in and have a healthier alternative than a bar to escape some of the things that they have to deal with.
That's amazing. So why is that important for you? Why is this a mission for you?
So I served 28 years in the Marine Corps. I retired as a sergeant major. And when I finally retired, I ended up getting a phone call from my commanding officer wanting me to call one of the sergeants that formerly worked for me. And this was in December. And unfortunately, on December 26th, I found his body in Pine Barrens in New Jersey. Wow. And it... I've lost people before, and just something about that, because they found him on December 26th, and all I could think about is that's this kid's Christmas from now on.
Yeah.
And it just hit me for some reason, and I knew I needed to do something, didn't know what it was. Came into the gym, I said I knew kettlebells swinging and beating my body up helped me through a lot of things. Yeah. So I just started calling people and saying, you're coming to work out, I know you need to, and it just kind of morphed into what it is now. So, our primary goal is to provide a safe haven, but we also run a crisis management fund. We pay for everything from electric bills to funeral expenses. It doesn't matter. And then we also have a scholarship fund, which is for those surviving children that have lost their loved one.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for the service on that. Thank you for just being that person to be mindful for others like that, because it's an important thing. The PTSD is a serious thing. We have way more veterans now than we've ever had with the war that we've been pushing for 20 years now. So it's important that we have this in our society. And for you, especially, CrossFit is one of those things where you can really pump up your endorphins and stuff like that. And that's really important for depression and being able to get people back on track. So what do you do here? What are all the exercises I see there's a big gym here.
Yes.
Yeah, could you take us around?
So you're gonna have something different every single day.
Okay.
So this is our main gym area. This is where most of the working out will take place.
Okay.
When someone first comes in, they greet everybody, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
They're gonna sign into our system. This is where we have our WOD, that's workout of the day. When you first come in here, some people might get a little intimidated. It's like a different language. We got AMRAPs, we got EWODs, we got Tabatas, we got all that stuff.
Nice.
Don't be nervous. We're gonna walk you through it. So once you're signed in, you see who else is in here. You know, we're kind of chatting. Sometimes we have for reps, sometimes we have for rounds, sometimes we have for speed, sometimes it's max reps or anything like that. But this is where most of that takes place. We have some space outside as well when it gets nice. We have a 400-meter run loop. We have a lot of people will come in and do their open strength here.
Nice.
Then we have our open gym area over here. This is also where our Olympic lifting class takes place. And our one-on-ones a lot of times will be over here.
That's cool.
So we got our whiteboards, we got all our equipment, we have our members bars. Everybody knows that once you're in here and we've kind of signed off and we know that you know what you're doing, you're part of the family. You're welcome. Everybody is very respectful of our equipment. So you take what you need, clean it up, put it back when you're done.
That's really cool.
This is our area when you first walk in. This is what you see. We have our rowers here, and we use this space for running. So we got a 100-mile run down and back. Everybody likes to gripe when it's high reps, and we all kind of band together through that.
Yeah,
We got
really
our
cool.
ski ergs over here. And this is also where everybody hangs out afterwards. Kind of talk about the WOD and, you know, what were your reps, what was all of that. You can also see that on the board where you started. When you're done, everybody puts their times in, their scores.
Nice.
You can compliment each other on, you know, it's kind of like a little Facebook-esque type of thing. You can leave comments, you can like, you can kind of razz on each other if you want to.
So what are the type of people that you're finding are coming to the programs?
So what I like to think of CrossFit Inspire as kind of like the island of misfit toys. In a good way, in a good way.
Yeah.
We got anybody from anywhere.
Okay.
If you want to be here and you want to move, that's it. You're a part of us.
Nice,
That really
nice.
is it. That's all it takes. We have a pretty great community.
Yeah.
I mean, you go into any community and you're going to find some here and there. It is so few and far between. We've gotten really lucky with the members that we have in here. I think you would say the same
Absolutely.
thing. We have a really great, just supportive community for each other, for the coaches, for the owners. I mean, like we really do just lean on each other, and it's awesome.
Yeah. Now I
feel
noticed you have a
really
large
lucky.
parking lot in the front here
Yes.
too, and like that's awesome. Some people have a problem with that, especially if you're living in Philadelphia and you're in a location where there's just no parking. You pay a lot of money, but this place has a parking lot.
We
right
have
in
a
the front,
parking lot out front and along the side.
along the side. So like if you're out here and you want to come out here,
Yep.
make sure you come out here. There's a parking spot. You don't have to pay for it.
Yep.
You can come right
Right.
on in here and
That's
take
right.
care of yourself.
Yep,
here.
we'll give you a free class. Come in and talk to
Yeah.
a coach. We'll give you a little assessment. You'll sign a waiver, and it really is free. You don't need to put anything in.
Nice.
Once we're beyond that and you want to join us, that's it.
So I see there's a lot going on, and behind us over here, I'm seeing these buckets. I'm very curious. What is that?
Those are our chalk buckets. Those are our chalk buckets.
Okay.
So we use them
Good boy.
for, you're going to see them a lot when people are doing toes to bar or pull-ups or heavy lifts, kettlebell swings. Some people, myself included, a really hard WOD. You might even use it as a little bit of a break.
Oh,
You
yeah.
put that bar down and mosey on over to the bar.
Yeah.
And you got your
Oh,
chalk.
gotcha.
Your hands are
Yeah,
ready. Yep.
okay.
So that's all that is.
Nice. All right. So, I mean, this is so inspired. And I've seen some CrossFit places. So this is, this is going to it gets sweaty in here. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
It does.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
does.
Depends on the time of year too.
The
Yes.
time of year. Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
it does get cold in here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you have the doors open right here, and there's
Yep.
a beautiful amount of air that's coming
Yep.
in here now, too. So it really cools the room down, cools the
It brings
atmosphere
fresh
down.
air in too, which
does.
is
Yeah,
what we're
yeah.
looking for.
For sure. Now, do you guys work out here, too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, plenty of
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like,
Yeah.
why not? You have a
Yeah.
gym, why not work out?
I do it for other people's safety
Yeah.
because when I'm sore and tired and I've worked out and I've kind of brought my stress level down, everyone else is safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but honestly, I do it for my mental health too. I
Now,
really do.
speaking of safety, that's a good point. What are some of the things that people should look out for? If somebody's looking out or they're just working out something, what is something like, I know like lifting can be a problem with like lower back issues, things
The
like
only
that.
thing is a problem is people's egos.
Egos.
I would agree with that.
That's true,
I would agree
right.
with that.
Everything
People-
else, because if you just check that stuff at the front door,
Yeah.
I am the king of my, I'm a little bit broken, I've got some miles on my body. So you can modify anything though. You don't have to lift a bar, you can lift a medicine ball, there's all kinds of things that we can do.
Yeah.
And that's what's important is, just because you got some person over there that's throwing a bar up, it's 180 pounds, and they're 20 years old and 5'8" and you weigh 140. Doesn't mean you have to do that,
Yes.
So, and I think that's the biggest thing is you got to leave the ego at the door.
That's important. That's very important.
I am huge on we coach together. And anyone that walks in the door when they hear my welcome spiel, that's part of it.
Nice.
And I say what I mean by that is I'm going to guide you on form. I'm going to guide you on reps. I'm going to show you what all this is. But I want you to ultimately listen to your body. You know your body more than anyone else.
Yeah.
And if you come in here and that workout that is moderate normally on a normal day is feeling like max effort, I want you to scale it back. Just because you could move that bar the other day, if you slept like shit, if you ate, can I say shit?
Yeah.
If you ate like shit, if you're under a ton of stress, so for the ladies, that time of the month, whatever.
Yeah.
That just because you could do it before doesn't mean you can do it now. And don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
The goal for today is move on days like that. And if you did it, good for you.
Yeah.
You did it.
And I recognize that too. On different days, you obviously feel different. You have different reactions to certain things, also based on whatever you did the night before can have a whole huge factor on how you feel that day too. Yeah.
What you do when you leave here.
Yeah.
Because if you come in here at nighttime and work out at 5:30, 6:30, and then go home and sit on the couch, you're going to wake up a little stiff.
Need some icy hot.
Yeah. So it's I think it's important that it's not just. To me, it's about longevity.
Yeah.
How long can I be mobile and walk around? Because I would like to be active into my 90s. And pass.
Absolutely.
To me, that's what it's all about. And I think it's not just the lifting. You've got to be willing to also do work at home.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting in front of the TV at night, stretch while you're watching TV. There's all kinds of things you can do, and I think that's part of the culture and the community that we're trying to create around here.
Now, with the veteran angle, and with the way we've been talking about PTSD, getting those endorphins, getting people to be more active and stuff like that, and with the weekly fight, can you give us a little bit more about that? Tell us a little bit about how that's helping veterans, and how that's helping first responders.
So the whole idea behind it, when we do the workouts, each workout is dedicated to a veteran. Okay, like this past week we dedicated it to Nick the Fat Electrician. I don't know if you've ever seen his YouTubes, but you got to look at his YouTubes. Awesome dude, former Army medic, great guy. Anyway, so what we do is we pick somebody that's doing something in the community or doing something nationally that's making a difference. Because the thing that I've learned is that there's two types of people on the civilian side. They either think veterans are crazy or they're Navy SEALs. There's like no in between, when you talk to the average civilian.
Yeah.
So the idea behind a weekly fight and doing these dedications to show civilians that veterans of war, we offer a lot, we're making a major impact in business, we're making a major impact in a lot of things. And also one of the things that I've discovered in doing this is when we show the videos, it gives us an opportunity to speak about things. Because nobody wants to talk about suicide. Nobody wants to talk about mental health. So it gives us an opportunity to just talk about what somebody's doing for mental health. Because regardless of what anybody thinks, this working out is key to your mental health. It's part of it. And to me, that's the whole package. If you're doing a good job working out, if you're doing other things, whether it's breathing exercise, yoga, whatever the case may be, you're going to have a better foundation to get through those tough times.
We'll be right back after this.
We created Vetfest as a way to bring together not only veteran organizations that have food or vendors, but also the service organizations that serve the veteran community, as well as people that just are veteran supporters.
This is our first year at Vetfest. We jumped at the opportunity. We love supporting veterans. I'm a veteran.
There are so many vendors, participants, veterans.
I had no idea just how big it is. There are so many vendors out here, so much fun. I'm loving the live music.
So today we have some of our tadpole obstacles set up. That's our kids course. We brought out everything from walls to carries, crawls. We have a rope swing.
Great to be at Vetfest. I'm a veteran myself of the United States Navy.
This is Team Foster's second time at Vetfest. Super excited to be out here. Lots of amazing vendors, great energy, fantastic people.
This year, the thing that I enjoy the most is just to see the success of all the different vendors and the excitement that they're having about being here, potentially coming back next year, and even adding to this, adding more vendors and adding more veteran-owned organizations that can just, raise the awareness of what veterans are capable of.
Now back to Shots on the Go.
Now, you guys are going to be at
Center.
Vetfest. Now,
Yes.
Vetfest is what we do at Greencastle. We do this every year. Every year it
Center.
gets bigger and bigger. This year we have double the amount of vendors that we had last year and the year before that. So it's just going to constantly get bigger. So very thankful for you guys to be a part of that. Let me get you guys together real quick. Very thankful for you guys to be a part of this. Can you tell us why you supported Vetfest? Why you decided to come to Vetfest?
So I think one of the things that in doing this with the Weekly Fight over the past 10 years is that I have met some pretty amazing veterans that are doing some great things in the community. And to me, it's important to get that message out to civilians, that there is these businesses, organizations that are doing some pretty amazing things and offer some pretty great services that are veteran owned, and you need to take part of it. You need to see what's offered out there. When it comes to mental health and everything else, I can't think, and I talk about this all the time because I think veterans are uniquely qualified to talk about certain things because of our experiences. It's a case of being willing to do it, and I just, when I go to Vetfest and the people I meet there, just veterans and everything, it's a great time. It's just a great time. It really is.
It's a special thing because when you leave service, you kind of have this emptiness to an extent. You have this kind of like, I need to do something with myself. Like you've had so much purpose for so long. Here you are back now in the civilian world, and there's a lack of that purpose in a sense. And I think things like this helps bring that energy back. Like the PT first thing in the morning. The energy that you felt around the people that were with you, that are there to support you. And and you got their back, they got your back. There's something that you lose that when you leave the service to some extent. How can people find you?
Sure.
Yeah.
So we're pretty. Anytime you do a search for the Weekly Fight, you're going to hit something from us. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we have our own website, theweeklyfight.org, and we're partnered with CrossFit Inspire and several other gyms. I'll let you speak to the.
We are on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on Twitter, we got our website. I'm not a social media person, so I'm doing the best I can with that, but we are CrossFitInspire.com. And you can find us on any of the other platforms, and we have our link right on those.
Nice. And now you're out here in Malvern. What road is this that we have out here?
We're at the corner of Route 30 and 352.
Okay.
Yep.
So if you're out in Malvern or if you're out in the area, definitely come out here, check out Inspire, check out Weekly Fight.
Sunday mornings, 9:30, free workout, veterans, first responders, and their family members.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you guys so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it, Al. Thank you.
On behalf of Greencastle, your nation's premier strategy execution firm, I'm your host, Al Green, and we'll see you in the next episode.